figure out where this is at. There we go. All right, so as people are getting in the queue to watch, thanks for waiting. I kind of had a take care of my baby moment. So what's going on? What's going on? So give me just a couple minutes while we wait. I got to get my spot cleared up. So what's going on, Luis? Please, 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 again, just give me a couple minutes so we can get the area going. So I just got to make a little spot right here while we work on it. I got a tripod. I got my mic. I got everything going. It's just I got a little busy with family stuff, so I kind of got behind about 20-30 minutes. So I didn't get enough time to get everything else taken care of. So, boop, boop. Sorry, guys. Okay, thank you, thank you. I'll take my time, but not really. This can move. Boop, boop. I'm going to try to do it right here. That way we're close to the action. I got to get the boxes ready. Tripod. But yeah, I'm just waiting for everybody to log in. If you're here, please say you're here. We got 4 people here. Please comment. I want to know who's here, who's logged on. Because I know there's 28 of you. So I want to see how many of you guys show up out of 28 people. Whoop. All right, Ed's here. Nice, nice. Thank you. That's my screwdriver. I was looking for this. this. And we need about another 8 inches. All right, who else is here? Who else showed up? Huh? Who else is showing up? We have 3 people. What's going on, guys? We had 4. Oh, there's a 4th one. Who's here? I got Luis and I got Ed. We need more people. Come on. Ah, McDubbin. What's up, McDubbin? Oh, hopefully that sway bar doesn't fall down. All right, here we go. Where I do all my little builds on here. You guys can see that's my favorite little table here. That table right there, best table I've ever purchased for like $10. This has been the best thing I've ever owned in a long time because it's perfectly small, like for an entire head, and you can put straps on it so the head doesn't wobble left and right, and it's just perfect. It's just perfect for this type of work. So we put a dirty old rag on here. Luis's beautiful head. You guys haven't seen it. Oh man, look at that. Look at that machine work. Beautiful. So we're doing the valves today, just so you guys know. Actually, if it's a rear sway bar, I'll take it. I actually need it for one of my other cars. Luis, I'll buy it off of you. So, right here, so we got 12 valves we're working on. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. Now, one thing that you'll see here, there's a big valve and a little valve. So, it's virtually impossible to get the wrong valves installed. So, there's an intake and there's an exhaust right next to each other. So, you'll see them. They're literally very, very... Are you kidding me? Nah, man, I'll pay you for it. Don't worry about it. I've been needing another sway bar for one of my other cars. That's why. So, yeah, beautiful, beautiful head here. I'm trying to get my... Oh, here's my tripod. Let's get you guys closer up to the action. Sorry if I guys move you around too much. Give me a second here. If we lose signal, I'll get you guys back on in just a moment. Just in case, just so you guys know. We're going to be working really close. So, bear with me. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. So pretty. You guys might lose signal in just a moment, okay guys? Bear with me. I gotta run my extension cable so it's not in the way of the head, okay? So, or actually my walkway. I'm actually right in front of my walkway right now, but I wanted you guys to see the close-up. Big valve, little valve. It's super obvious, so... All right, so you guys got to cut out for just a moment, okay? So give me a second, guys. Bear with me, okay? You're losing signal for a minute. But it should be up and going any second right now. If you guys lose signal, I'll refresh it in just a second, okay? Because right now you shouldn't be getting any footage. Just it looks like you are, but you're not. All right, give me just a second here. It's gonna cut out for a second, guys. All right, there we go. We're back. Thank you. Thank you. All right, much better. Better angle. You guys can see this is the top of the head. Okay. And, oh, look at that. So what we got to pull out right now are the stem seals. You should have audio now. Are you guys getting no audio? Yes? No? Okay, so if one person is getting audio, then everybody else is. Luis, refresh your page. He might be out because he's getting audio. Okay, so what we're going to do is that we got to pull out the stem seals, okay? And again, 12 valves, 12 stem seals, pretty straightforward. You'll see here, these little rubber pieces that sit here. These are the seals, what we call stem seals. So we got to pop these out. Super easy. Get a long needle nose pliers. Oh wait, not this one. These right here. Not the flat ones, but the pointy ones. And just yank them out. There we go. You gotta be careful you don't damage the rest of it. So it's a little bit of annoying, but you gotta just take your time. Sometimes they come out easily, sometimes they don't. Here we go. So this is the time consuming part. Just work with it. Okay, and just keep pumping them out. So we're gonna do a couple of these, and then we're gonna get to actually installing the valves. So again, for you guys, if you guys are newcomers to 12 valve VR6s, this is the intake side. This is the exhaust. Okay. This is kind of the back of the engine. This is the front of the engine. And the reason why we call this the back, because this is where your coolant and your exhaust goes through, or not your coolant and oil. Yep. So coolant, oil goes through this top portion, this hole right here, and then down in this one over here is coolant. I'll show you guys. Here we go. So oil and coolant right here, and you'll notice the oil, the oil side is always going to have the nicest look to it because it doesn't pit the aluminum. Coolant does, and improper coolant pits it even more. So it will rust it. It is normal, or what we call pit it. It's normal, but as long as it's machined and polished out nicely, you'll never have an issue with it. This engine's going to be broken in with proper oil and coolant. No more cutting corners when we're servicing an engine, because you regret it. Honestly, you really do regret it when you guys cut corners on coolant or a cheap oil, going to that Jiffy Lube and going for that $20 special. You know? Now we have the tool. If you guys watch my 20 valve or my 1.8T build, this is the tool that we use to build a head. This has a stem seal tool right here. You use with a rubber mallet. This is a valve compressor tool. This is the one you want, the one that goes overhead on top, not the one that clamps down. The one that clamps down is way harder to work with when you're doing Volkswagen heads. So if you guys need another part number, it's 91400B, and again, it's a universal OCH valve spring compressor. It's what we use on every head that we built. Very, very good tool to have in your armory here. Now, I'm not filming yet with my camera, because this part, again, is kind of the boring part until we actually get into building. Now, if you guys have any questions while I'm working here, please comment, and then I'll read your comments. Because again, that's what we're here for, is to comment, learn, question, and everything in general. So Ed, the head work was worked on? Machine shop? Yes. The head, what we did is had it hot tanked. We had the valve guides checked, which were in spec. The head was decked to match pretty much factory specifications. And you guys, again, can see when you have a properly decked head, it should have this mirror finish. Never, and I repeat guys, never sand or try to polish your own head and deck it yourself. A machine can do a much better job than your hands or your eyes, unfortunately. You know, yeah, I've seen a lot of people do these by hand, and they work, but I mean, for the extra 50 to 100 bucks to have it done right, I mean, why not? The machine shop that we do all our work at is Paradise Motorsports. A lot of people know them as VW Paradise. They're no longer called that, but they are called Paradise Motorsports. They're known for building 8-second air-cooled dragsters. They literally build the world's fastest air-cooled race cars in the world. And they are the fastest currently. They hold most records right now for air-cooled cars. They're ridiculous. They build ridiculous cars. The owner is Scott. His wife Molly, and his kids all work there. Super cool group of people. They do amazing work. So no, we're only checking for tolerances around, not top and down. We don't want valves slapping around. All right, all seals are removed. Just give them a quick inspection. Nothing bad looking. Got some messages going here. Did you guys, sorry guys, but did you guys figure out how to, if you guys are going through Patreon, how to get to the video? Give me a second. Let me edit the post so more people can click on it. Because apparently you guys are having some issues with it, okay? Give me just a moment. All right, so if you guys are having problems, it's okay. In the video on the Patreon page, I added a link so you guys can click on the link so you guys can see, so you guys can go directly to YouTube for it versus using the Patreon. Let me hold on. Tiny's asking. All right, so hopefully you guys see it. If you guys see it, please click on the link in the Patreon. That should get you guys to be able to get into the conversation because I'm having people asking. Sorry. All right, so let's get back to what we were doing. So all stem seals are done. Just doing a quick inspection on everything in here, making sure there's no debris in it. Get a little bit of blow here. So we're gonna install stem seals next, and gotta give thanks to Luis. He was fast on ordering parts. I am slow at building this guy's engine. But again, I do have a family and I do have a lot of work, so it's hard. It's been really hard to keep up with all this stuff. And what sucks is, like, I made space in my garage for this reason, and I still can't keep up. Alright, let me get all the valves here. There we are. Valves right here. And now we also need stem seals, which should be one of these boxes. All right, cool. So stem seals are here. There's 4. I get the rest of them. 5, 6, 7. 8, 9. 10, 11, and 12. All right. So we got all our valves here for intake and exhaust. We are using stock sizes. We're not going aftermarket on sizing, or I mean going oversized. All right, guys. So a beautiful valve right there. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. So we got valves already here, all brand new. And these are intake valves. Usually the streams are pretty easy, but for some reason, here's an exhaust valve. Here we go. So here's an example right here, so you guys can see that the difference between an intake and exhaust valve. They're pretty large, and again, intake is small, exhaust is large, because of the expansion with the gas and the air and the fuel and all that. So you need a bigger valve for exhaust and a smaller valve for intake. This is one of the big issues why VR heads don't flow very well. You only got 2 valves doing the entire job. So that's why a lot of guys who want to make big power on VR6s, 12 valves especially, they oversize everything by 1 millimeter to almost 2 millimeters. It's pretty crazy. Not millimeters, I mean a 1,000th or 2,000ths, just to get that extra flow for these guys. So it's crazy. The amount of head work has to be done on these heads to be able to make an immense amount of power. But you make a bulletproof car going oversized, especially on these engines, because they love boost. What's Tiny saying? So you added the link, then it took me to the Safari YouTube, and then it wouldn't tell me, and I tried to look for it in YouTube app, and then that wasn't working. Thank you, Tiny. It is a pretty looking head. Yeah, it's the problem. You're using a Mac. I don't know why you're using a Mac. That's why it took you to Safari and you had to log in, because you weren't logged in on your Safari browser. You know, but how would I know? I'm not a computer guy. I don't know nothing about computers besides, you know, me working on them 24/7 at work. So I'm just unpackaging all the valves right now. Thank God it's not 20 of them. But thank you everyone who's actually tuning in. Thank you for being a part. Thank you guys so much for becoming a Patreon member. Because without being a Patreon member, this never would happen. Luis would never have got this. Luis would never have had a built motor, and Patreons wouldn't have a video on how to properly do an entire VR6 build, you know? So I thank everyone so much. Oh God, and on a cell phone too, Tiny. Man, I'm gonna hate on you right now so much. So I'm gonna move this head a little bit back because I want to show you guys all the valves because they're pretty, they're gorgeous. I mean, they're clean. I gotta take a picture of it too. So I haven't taken any pictures of all these car parts yet. So I mean, we gotta do it. These brand new pretty valves. I mean, come on. They're gorgeous. Dude, I will never... You guys don't understand. If I ever become YouTube famous, I'm going to actually spend more time with you guys versus... on YouTube. I actually will travel more and visit more of you guys if that ever were the case. You don't understand. I would love to become YouTube famous. You have no idea. I would love it for it to happen. But I'm educational. Education doesn't sell on YouTube, man. Doing stupid stuff sells. And I can't do that. You know? Alright. Oh, I'm sorry. I almost forgot. We gotta do stem seals. Exactly. Una foto para el face. Alright, so stem seals. No oil, no nothing are required to install them, okay? Just your stem seal tool and a rubber mallet. Never use metal on aluminum. Aluminum's too soft for that. Use a brass mallet or a rubber mallet if you can get a hold of one. Now, on these guys, there's two sizes. One size is too big, one size is just right. So, there's that. Make sure all of these are the same size. Yep. So the way that we do this, you can do it this way. Slap it on. Or you can put the valve in and slide it in. So we're going to do the valve first. So I can show you what we're going to do. Yeah, $1,500, but keep that in mind. Everything that he bought, he also bought extra stuff. You got to keep that in mind. He didn't just buy just internals. Tiny, you can't think like that, dude. he bought way more than just internals. So we gotta slide this valve in. And slide it all the way down. And we're gonna make sure it seats nicely. Look at that beautiful. Look at that. It's so pretty. They ain't even done any work yet. Dude, Tiny, you're so cheap, dude. I paid $1,000 for my car. Alright, so we're going to slap on one valve stem. One valve goes in and then a stem seal. And then what we're going to do is that we're not going to hit the seal in. We're going to slide it on. Just oh so slowly. Okay. Just like that. Okay. And it's on. Okay. So what you're going to do is that you're going to push it down. Just slightly so you can feel the stem seal kind of go down. And you're going to grab your rubber mallet and you're going to give it like 2 taps. But not hard. 2 little light taps, and you're going to hear the stem seal kind of bottom out, okay? I went 3, but I didn't go that hard, so. And let me give you guys a close look of what I mean, so you guys can see. Hold on here. I know it's hard to see, but the stem seal right here just slides on slowly. Don't slide them in really quick. You just slide it on nice and slow. Once you do that, and you push it down with the tool, this little rod right here, okay? Once you push it down, you're just going to give it like 1 or 2 little whacks, and that's it. But make sure we use a rubber mallet, nothing with metal, okay? And you're going to feel that seal go dong, dong, and then dong, like a deeper tone. Once you feel that, it's done. That's it. You don't need to go any further down. You'd be surprised at how adamant a lot of people just want to wail on it and just push it down. They don't go on very hard. Again, Tiny. Ed, what car is this going into? It's going into our Patreon car first for break-in. And then I'm giving the engine back to Luis. The reason why we're doing it that way, number 1, for content. You guys get to get VR6 exclusive content. Number 2, Luis wants a built motor, so I'm building him a motor. And then once we break it all in and it's driven correctly and all the fluids are done correctly, he comes over and I give him the motor and he takes it home. That's it. Simple. I mean, I win because I get to do a VR6 build. You guys win because you guys get to watch me do a VR6 build. Luis wins because he gets a VR6 build. So I mean, it's all win-win in this situation. It's super cool. I'm glad he gave me the opportunity to do it. You don't understand how happy I am for this opportunity. So I appreciate it very, very much. Yeah, and he gets to watch it run, and we get to, again, we get the whole process of learning. I mean, that's the beauty of this channel. We all get to do it together. So now the intake valves are unique. Okay, guys? I don't know if you guys ever seen an intake valve on a VR. They are different than the standard one. You'll see here, the standard one sits almost flush with the head, and then the standard one, I mean the exhaust. The intake one actually goes out a little bit further. So you guys see that? And that's seated all the way down, okay? And you see all of them are going to sit like that. This is standard for this head, so don't freak out. And I'll show you guys. I'll grab an old valve. I have them somewhere around here. It should be on the. Should be over here. Here they are. Okay, so here's an old valve, and I'm going to slap one in here. And you'll see they don't sit flat. They don't sit flush with the head. These valves are not that style of valve, so they only sit. They sit further out than the exhaust side, so that is 100% normal. Again, they're not supposed to sit flush with the head, so don't trip out. It's normal, okay? 100% normal. So now we're doing the intake one here. And this is the sucky part about doing valves, because you got to do all one at a time. You can't like just do a whole row and then do them all, because they just fall down. Yes, valve, then seal. That's correct. So you put the valve in. Ed, you put the valve in, and then you put the little seal in there. That's what helps you get the seal straight onto the actual head. So if you don't do it this way, what happens is that you're not going to get this little stem seal in there nicely and straight, and then you're just going to have a problem when building your head together. And again, you're going to hear this. Watch, listen, guys. You're like 2-3 clicks, and it goes straight down. And then you're going to feel the stem seal kind of bottom out. And you're going to go 1, 2. That's it. No more. Don't hit it any harder. They're done. So I'm going to put 2 valves at a time, because I think I can do 2 at a time. Yeah, we can do 2. And the reason why I put the towel is because it puts more pressure on there for me. Okay, so we put the towel underneath because it just holds better pressure for me. Yeah, sorry. I tend not to be. My winter coat comes in during these cold times, so I look hairier than normal. Once March, April kicks in, my summer coat comes in, and I'm a lot lighter. I'll bring you guys closer. I'm going to bring the microphone over so you guys can hear this. All right. Hopefully you guys can hear this. So it's going to change tone, all right? Hear that? Hopefully you guys heard that. Everything is OEM spec. Awesome. If you heard that, that's really good, because it did change noise. It did change its sound. And then this is when you start pushing it down. When it goes down, you're going to hear click, click. And that's because we're passing the keepers right here. These little bars right here. These are called the keeper grooves. That's what we're doing. So I'm glad you guys heard that because it's definitely noticeable. So here we go again. We're going to work our way down and you're going to hear the clicks go past the keeper grooves, okay? And that's it. So we go 1, 2, 3, and then it slides down. And then you're going to push straight down. Just like that. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel the actual... you're going to feel this stem seal slide. Because now we know we're past all the keeper grooves. And we're going to be passing this little groove. And you're going to feel it just go slide nice and smooth. Once you feel that, and you feel pressure that where it feels like it's going to stop, don't go further down anymore. Grab your rubber mallet and then listen. And that's it. It makes a loud ting and then a thunk. That's how you know you're all the way down. Awesome. See, that's the beauty of a nice microphone. You guys get to hear everything that I'm experiencing, so you guys understand what I have to do to get this job done. So you guys can see again, I'm going to grab my towel, put it here, because this is going to give me more pressure than down here. And then we're going to slide the head down. I mean, not slide it down, but lay it back down. Now, I only do this because it just makes it easy for me to lay it down and not damage the head. Especially that nice machine surface. We don't want to damage that. So we're going to do the 6 on this side. We're going to ignore these for now, but we're going to do this portion, okay, all together. So let me finish the last 2 stem seals. All right, so we've done 6 already so far. No, that's a microphone. You guys. So now we have 6 valves done. So now we're going to put my rag kind of like this. We're going to put this here. And then I got a 1x10, I think. This little plank of wood. You guys can see that. Because we're gonna put in some we're gonna put in our springs and retainers. So give me just a moment here. Because these are gonna be a little bit more difficult than putting in stem seals. And I'll explain why we have the wood, okay? First, we're going to turn the head around because we need it on the other side. And then the piece of wood goes underneath the rag like this, okay? And the reason why I got to put a piece of wood is because I got to have this with a little bit more tension than putting it on my table. And then we're going to put a strap kind of like right here, or we can run a strap right here down the middle, but I prefer going across and then doing 2 valves at a time. Tiny, I mean, I'll take the head. If it's not in bad condition, I can definitely take it in and get it serviced. I wouldn't mind rebuilding another head, maybe doing a port job on it. It'd be pretty cool to learn how to do some porting. It's aluminum, so it wouldn't hurt it much by sitting outside. So we're here. We're going to do these two valves first. Okay? Ooh, I almost tripped over my microphone. So, I've had these springs soaked in oil for the entire time this car has been down, so. Alright. Yeah, no, I'll pick it up next time, Tiny. Whoa, when I go over to do your water pump, I'll take it. Alright, so remember, you guys have two springs right here. Each valve uses two springs. Remember that, guys. There is no specific direction they go in. They just go in and they go down. Okay? So we do have two sets of springs already in. They do not, again, they don't have a very specific direction. So we take them back out and show you guys. The top and the bottom are machined exactly the same. Same with the little guy. Top and bottom are machined the same. In the owner's manual, doesn't even state that they go in any direction. So I'm leaving them be. I've been going through my Bentley for like a week, and I've yet to see anything special for it. So, yeah, I'm not gonna change my information on that, unless otherwise the Bentley says different. And remember, if the Bentley says it's so, it is so, and it is written in the book of Bentley. Amen. Praise the book of Bentley. All right. So we got two of the retainers. And then we have four keepers. 2, 3, 4. 2 keepers per valve. Don't know yet, Tiny. Don't know yet. I'm not even that far yet. We're barely working on ahead, you know? We'll get there though. So now we're gonna put our strap on the block here. I need to grab my strap that's back here. Was back here. It's actually in my car. Give me just a second, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, be right back, guys. Talk amongst each other. It'll be about 2 minutes. I gotta go grab the other my straps I left in my car. Oh, never mind. They're right here. Haha. Don't have to leave. I'm back. Alright. So I always use straps like this to hold it down. These work phenomenally for this setup, especially for this little table that I use. I love this little table. It has done so many heads on this little table and I love it. And the reason why I strap it from this side back, it pushes the head towards me. So I know all the tension is going onto the head and the valve. Because what's going to happen, you're going to push down on this. And if you don't have enough tension, that valve spring will not go down. And you're not going to be able to put that spring in, all right? Super, super important thing you have to factor in when you're doing this job. Another thing that sucks is when you set your bracket for doing this. Not the best. So be wary. Hi, babe.
Hi.
What's going on?
Want some water?
I'd like that and some ibuprofen. Like, a lot of ibuprofen.
You want coffee? You want a coffee can?
No.
Really?
No. Not at this moment.
I thought you got regular stuff.
Tiny, why are you sending me messages right now? I'm not going to look at your problems. All right. All right, so we're set here. Now we got to get our tool. Now we got multiple ways of installing this, and what we got to do is find out which way is going to be the most beneficial for installing this for us. So we got to make sure we can compress it nicely. Tiny, fame is not getting to me. Jeez. Why you gotta call me out like that, fool? What's up?
You want ramen?
No, no soda, just a water.
No caffeine?
No caffeine, not right now. I don't want to run away.
How's it coming?
We're all on the way there. Tiny says hi.
Hi, Tiny. Check your email.
Yeah, check your email, fool.
Is Monroe on there too?
Brian Monroe.
Check your email.
Check your email.
Check the spelling of your.
Check your spelling
Of your patch.
for your patch, because we're making patches tonight for your guys' jackets. Yep.
Yeah, the motor pieces ready? Or not yet?
Not yet. No.
I'm gonna start packing them. Let me get a jacket. You want a sweater?
No, thank you. Look at that. Beautiful. I could bring it back one more notch. This is weird. Give me a problem.
Did you see a camper I sent you?
Mm-hmm.
Not bad for.
Not bad for the price, no.
It's here in Escondido.
Oh, wow. All right, let's make sure we're set here. Yep. All right, so we got it going. Okay, so what tool is this? Give me a second. I'm sorry that I got quiet for a minute, but this is the tool we're using. Part number 91400B. Universal OCH or overhead cam valve spring compressor. All right, that is the tool that we use for this job. Now, I'm going to bring it back a little bit further so you guys can see. The angle is very important how you guys press this valve in. Because if you don't, what's going to happen is that either the retainer is going to go one way and the keeper is going to go the other, and you're never going to get it in there correctly. And then you need a tiny little flathead screwdriver like this. And I mean tiny. You got to have this screwdriver to do this job. It will not work for you if you do not have a little flathead screwdriver. I promise you. And you literally just toss the keepers in there. Now I'm going to try to take the camera off and put you guys as close as I can. So give me just a moment. I don't know if this will work or not, but we're going to give it a try. Oh, look at that. That worked. That's pretty cool. Okay. I mean, this is as close as you guys are going to get. Yes, I did use it for the 1.8. I'm so glad I'm able to get you guys this close to the action. All right. so let me get the microphone over here so you guys can hear it. Hear me grunt and complain as I do this. Because my back's already on the fritz. Being hunched over for this long of a period is not very good for my back. But I don't care.
I figured out about the guy emailing me about those dash blanks for the pressing.
Uh-huh.
So he doesn't have any blanks. He's got heater seats, and then
he's got blanks in there.
Yeah, they're functioning.
Oh.
And so he wants to know if he could press them and they would still work.
No.
With the button, that was
that's why they're called blanks.
No, but he says he doesn't. But he wants to know if he could use it as a button.
As a button. That's
what the pressing question was.
No, it won't work.
Okay, that's how it won't work for it.
Mm-mm. Whew, that almost got me. So what I do is that I move the valve, and once I get one of the keepers in, I try to turn it if it's possible. If not, try to angle the valve as best you can. Not the valve, but the key, the tool. Yeah, the screwdriver is useful when it's magnetic, and it also sucks when it's not magnetic. Or because it is magnetic, but we got one keeper in. So, this is the hardest part of the entire job, is getting this stupid keeper in place. Alright, so our angle's still off. Sam, I was just asked the guy here, where can I get that compressor tool? I need to do valve stem seals. Oprah helpful. Should I just machine shop? You can get the tool on Amazon. That's where my friend Ray got it from. Just Google that part number, you'll find it. It's a really common tool. It's just, this job is just really annoying. I hate doing valves, but I love doing it because it's fun. You get to learn something. Curious. go lower. Sorry, guys. Ooh, I think I just found the sweet spot. It's harder to compress though. But this is probably the best spot. Now we're going straight down. This is where we want to be. Here we go. Dang it. Had it almost in there. There we go. One done. Woo! We got it. So I can show you guys an up close how it was done, so you guys can see it. See, we got a valve done right there. That's one. Now, whenever someone ever tells you and takes you to a machine shop and be like, oh, why so much money? Now you know why they charge so much money to do certain jobs. That literally took me almost 20 minutes to do. Alright, there's the two keepers. Yep, only 11 to go. Exactly. So once you get the rhythm down, it gets a lot easier the more and more you do them. Once you find the right sweet spot for these valves to go in, you'll get a really quick rhythm. It's just they're annoying. Magnetic tool isn't helping as much, honestly. There we go. Second one done. Bam! Two. Way faster than normal. Alright, so those are two done. Easy peasy. Once you guys in, and then just repeat the process all the way down. So we're gonna go to the next one. Now remember your orientation and how you set up your your tool here, because you can leave this one actually in. No, you can't. We got to move that one over. And then I got to turn it around. So. Sam, what am I doing for a cluster for my Mark II? I'm actually using my factory Mark II cluster. I have it wired so I can use the factory lighting. What's it called? With an OBD2 hardware. It's actually not that hard to do. You just got to have your guy, whoever wires up your car, has to have a knowledge of doing. I mean, whoever does your wiring for your what's it called, your harness, that's what matters. So we gotta scooch this over. Alright. Try not to reset your tool here so you know where you found the sweet spot for doing valves on this. Oops. I need springs. I'm gonna get very far without springs. And retainers. And then keepers in just a moment. All right. No, I'm going to have a manual, an analog speedo, Sam. That's right, Luis. You got more parts, but not much more. Just all the coolant stuff, all the basic coolant stuff we're gonna need. That goes on the block. Everything that goes around the block, we're not gonna need. Excuse me, guys. So the next two valves, two more keepers. And we're only going to do these 6 valves because the other 6 valves I'm actually going to do, I'm going to film for you guys in much higher quality. So once I finish these 6, we're done for tonight. And then the next 6 I'm going to film right after this, at the end of this, in much higher quality. So when I upload it to YouTube, it's going to be a very, very nice, clear, high definition video. That way everybody gets we get a taste of both worlds, you know? You know, doing things live is great, but the video quality is nowhere near as good, though.
attaches, or is it too low?
Just close the door. Come on. Ah. It sucks doing this. You know, I love doing the learning and everything, but man, yeah, not paying someone. But I'm not about that life. Yeah, someone else will do it for me for free. PincheAls not about that life, babe. All right.
I just said what makes it easier for you.
Nothing, fool. The valve is not going straight down, so it's going at an angle and it's preventing me to seat the keeper, and this is where it becomes annoying. If you guys ever do valves, you'll understand when you guys get to this point. All right. Okay, so I can get one keeper in. Okay. Sam, yes, all brand new valves. The only thing that's not new are the springs and keepers. But we have all brand new valves for the motor. We're not reusing the old ones. Yes, the pistons worked out for us. And the rods too. So we just got to clean them. That's actually what I'm doing next on here. So yes, thank you, Tiny. But now it's got to find the right setting for this stupid valve. that's too far. That might be just too close, but we'll see right now. Nice, got it. All right, finally found a setting that worked.
No more yelling.
Yeah. The machine shop for this, the machine shop, Sam, they hot tanked, they decked the head, they mic'd the valve guides, make sure they're within factory specifications, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it's not much else you can do to a head unless we do a port and polish and all this other and a valve, bigger valves, but since we're not doing that on this head, this is a stock style head. We are going to be doing that though on the high compression motor that we're going to build next, because we have another VR. So man, every time I think I got it, I don't got it. This one's a little trickier because there's not as much space. There we go. Nice. All right, 4 valves done. Hell yeah, Luis. I definitely down for some beer and food. And yes, you're welcome, Sam, for the information. All right, so this is going to be a tricky one. So this one I'm going to show you guys because this is going to be a much harder job to do because we don't have... Okay, so you'll see here there's no way to mount the bracket to hold this. So what we have to do, and it's a little tricky, but it's 100% doable. I did it last time. So what you got to do is scooch this over. Let's see over here. Okay, so now this is out of the way. We have to turn this, no, not turn it. This stays here. Use this guy. So what you want to do is get it as close as possible to its like center. It sucks. This is the suckiest part of doing these heads. Okay, so I'll bring you guys nice and close. You guys can see what I mean. Since there's no bracket here, no way to mount a bracket here, we have to mount it all the way over here because we don't want to damage the valve cover studs. So we're not going to be doing that. We're going to put the bracket all the way to the edge, and we're going to do this outer valve first, and then we're going to turn this bracket around, and then we're going to do the inner valve on the end. It's kind of weird. Stupid tiny. I mean, you could try it. I'll give it a try to see if it'll work. I don't think it will, though. So what you're going to do is going to put this rod all the way through. Don't go all the way out. Keep it towards the edge here. This is where it gets tricky again with this tool, because if you put it all the way out, it changes the tension towards it and it doesn't work really well. I've experimented with this a couple times and I've just never had a good success without doing it this way that I'm doing it currently. So right now this might work. I'm not going to promise you, but let me check it. This might work. We'll see. All right, guys. Here we go. It worked. Awesome. So we got one. Again, try to keep this rod as short as possible. Because if you don't, it's gonna like bend with you, and it's not gonna end well. Last two valves, and then we finally got it. Let's all join in hands of prayer. No, Tiny. No prayers here at PincheAls Garage. There we go. Woo! We got 6 valves done. Oh man, what a relief. All right. Sorry for being so quiet, but I had to meditate on that one.
Full focus.
All right, so let me take this all down.
Is it too low?
Nah, it's good.
The tapping?
Huh?
The tapping?
It's fine. All right, so we can give you guys a quick rundown of what has happened. Ibuprofen's finally kicking in. And the cool thing is that Luis gets to see his motor get built from the beginning to end. So he knows exactly what's happening with his engine. He knows exactly the amount of effort that I put into all my builds. He knows exactly the process of how to build it. If he wanted to tear it down or build his own motor or do some diagnostic work, he knows exactly how to do it. This is the beauty of PincheAls Garage and YouTube. We get to see how to do things like this all together. Excuse me, guys. And we just did valves, stem seals, springs, retainers, and keepers all together in 1 hour and 41 minutes. Technically in about an hour and 20 because I was late. But again, that still doesn't go away from the fact that we just learned how to do this right now on the spot because of you guys. Honestly, if it weren't for Patreon, this build would never happen. I'm just telling you guys right now. This build would never happen in a million years because I don't have the money to do this, but you guys, the little bit of money that you guys can help out with, you guys get to see this happen all in front of you, and it's amazing. So you guys can see there are the valves beautifully Done. This is gorgeous, man. Look at this. Congratulations, Luis. This is gonna be a dope motor. This thing's gonna run for another 10 years without any problems, man. I'm excited for you, but believe me, I'm very excited for you. So, let's see here. No, the head is not done. Tonight we're doing only the valves. Because this building a head is super easy, but if I do it all in one run, I don't want to speed through this because we can't do the cams. The cams can't be installed until the head's actually installed on the block. So no head can be installed, no cams can be installed. We can try to put them on, lock them in place with the cam locking tool. It's something we can definitely do, but we're not going to benefit in any way whatsoever in doing so. So I'd rather have the head just, I'd say about 80% assembled, with the new lifters and everything else next. The next DIY, when you guys see the next video, we're going to skip the rest of the head work, because there's not much to do here besides doing the block. The block's right behind me. Luis, you have not mentioned the color you want your engine. Do you want it black? Do you want me to get it all nice and ready for you to get it all painted black? Or what color did you want? I mean, because that's for you guys. Because this part, again, doing the whole block is going to be super quick. It won't take me very long. Cams are super easy because we don't have to worry about having it on the head, on the block. Because we can time them on the spot. So, okay, black. Black is fine. Tiny, the actual, our other VR6 right there is going to be a Patreon pick color. You guys are picking that color. This is Luis's motor. We cannot pick that color. That's the motor that you guys are going to pick colors on, okay? This is going to be all custom to you guys. This is Luis. This is his baby. This is going to be him. So, just so you know, guys, you guys decided to go orange on the car. So the car is going to be orange. The engine bay, we're currently stuck at white and orange. I don't know about that, but whatever you guys want to do, it's your choice. So we're wrapping the car orange. I already got new tail light. I know I got new headlights, a new trunk, and some other parts for the car. We got to hunt down I'm going to do a whole new bumper setup for it. And yeah, we're going to wrap it. Right now we have $400 saved up for the next big purchase for our build. The next purchase is going to be paint, sanding materials, and stripping materials, because we got to do the whole engine bay. We're actually going to shave the engine bay. We're going to get it all ready for wire tuck. And then once that's done, you're looking at about $100, $200 in materials for all that. Once we finish that job, the next job is going to be wrapping the car. Because once it's wrapped and the shave bay is done, the next job is going to be pretty much the engine's going to be done by then. It's pretty much painting the engine bay, getting everything ready for dropping an engine in. That's it. We got factory lights. I didn't go aftermarket. We're just going to put glass lenses on them. I'm considering, highly considering, maybe buying a really crappy set of headlights and designing my own retrofits. I used to do retrofits back in the day, so I'm definitely in the market of doing some retrofit headlights. It's not easy, but it's definitely something I can consider doing. I mean, yeah, Luis, I definitely would. If you want to be a part of it, I'd pay you to build them. You know, you can definitely do it as part as payment for this, because you know it wouldn't be bad. All right, Luis, you said it. We'll do it. So yeah, some projectors, some maybe 3-inch projectors with dual amber turn signals. I would love that. Don't worry about high beams. You don't even need them. I probably would do LED fog light, custom LED lower fog lights on the car. I probably would do a custom turn signal setup. I don't know. All right, so again, this is pretty much it for tonight's DIY. This will be up on YouTube only for Patreon members, just so you guys know. The next 6 valves, I'm going to do, but with my own camera. So we get a really, really nice high quality video in full HD. That way we get really good close-up views of the whole entire setup. And that way you guys will have 2 ways of doing this. My back hurts, but I got to get this done. I mean, this has got to get done. So I'm going to give you guys a good night. I'm going to work a little bit faster on this side. Again, I'm going to be filming this with my other gear. But that's pretty much it for tonight. If you guys have any more questions, please comment now or forever hold your peace for tonight, and then we'll talk again later. But tomorrow, if I get all my other car stuff done tomorrow, we're probably going to do the crank and rods and pistons on this, because this is a pretty quick job doing that. So we'll see how far we get on that part. We have another unboxing from ECS Tuning, so you guys will see that later as well. There you go. Nope. There we go. So yeah. So we will have an unboxing later for the second box from ECS Tuning for the rest of the engine. We're going to learn how to get the pistons and rods all set up. We're going to get the crank put in. We're going to use all new assembly lube. We're going to assembly lube the crap out of this engine. We're going to put everything is going to be done. My goal is to have this engine done probably about this week or next week. It all depends on, you know, obviously life and time. Again, I have a car show this Saturday, Wheels and Mask, down in Lake Elsinore. So if you guys are down to come down and hang out with me, open invite to all you guys. Come down and chill and check out the new merch and check out the booth cars. We're going to have the Outlander there, the Mark IV with the trailer. We're going to have Ian's build. There's another car. I forgot who was the car. I think Tiny's car or someone else's car. I forgot who else's car was going to come with us. We're going to show all the builds that we've been building for this while, and you guys check them out. They're fun. They're different. We're not cookie cutter builds right now. We're having some fun, very, very unique builds. So again, it's an open car show. So if you guys don't, it's open to all cars, make and models. If your car doesn't run, I mean, just bring your family car and come and hang out. I mean, you don't have to be a part of the show, but I definitely recommend coming and hanging out and, you know, and chatting. And I'm gonna have a bunch of merch and just hang out and have a good day. Have a couple of drinks with us, you know. Tiny, again, cookie cutter, meaning it's not a bad thing to have a cookie cutter car. It's the bad thing is when you don't know you have a cookie cutter car, you know, and you're like, oh, look at my build, and it's like, well, that's like every other Mark IV, you know. So, I mean, yeah, it's cool, but it's not impressive. The whole point is to, you know, in the car world, is to set yourself apart. In your way, in the way that you want to. I mean, there's some cars out there that are ugly as, you know, they're ugly, but the owners love it, and it sets them apart because it's their car. Again, I'll talk trash all day and night. Don't get me wrong, you know. But at the end of the day, if the owner is happy, that's all that matters. Honestly, 100%. That is all that matters. Other people's comments. Opinions really don't matter. They're just like booty holes. Everybody's got one. Don't worry about it. It is what it is. You know, and if you're happy with it, by all means, who cares? You stay happy, that's all that matters. Believe me, you'd be surprised how many people hate on me for my build. You'd be surprised people hate and love. It's kind of like, and when they see my trailer, oh my God. When they see, oh, it's just a showpiece. It's just a showpiece. Because you're an idiot. You have no idea. But again, opinions. Everybody's got one. And when people always say, oh, when I post my car up on like Facebook pages, because people invite me to Facebook groups, so I post my setup. People are like, oh, it's just a showpiece. I'm like, no, not at all. That trailer has seen 30,000+ miles of road all the way up to San Francisco and back with no problems. And we use it so much. It's one of those things, it's like people don't understand, you know, what my build is. My build was not for, how can I say, for you. That build was for my family and for us. We use it. Every car show that we take it to, it gets used. It charges all their phones. It plays music. It has an air compressor so I can air up people's tires, help them out. That trailer is like the center of our like car shows a lot of times. You'd be surprised. Like I'll detach it from my car and it'll just be just the trailer. And it's bumping and it's charging people. So it's legit. We used it for an ice chest in Vegas for like 2 times when we went. We filled it up with beer and put ice in it and we put a plastic wrap and we filled it up as an ice chest. It was perfect. And it worked the entire time. Like, that trailer never just didn't sit there, you know? And I get that a lot. You'd be surprised how many people are like, oh, it's just a trailer. And then they go up to it and they're like, wait, there's a solar panel? There's 4 batteries in it. It's got a huge stereo system. It's got cabinets. It's got air suspension. They're like, okay. Way different. Again, I'm rambling just because I got a little triggered. Whatever. Thank you guys again. Hold on. Yeah, don't let my wife plug the blender.
What?
Nothing. Thank you, Luis. Thank you. Again. Again, guys, thank you for tuning in for our live Patreon DIY and how to do valves. Later tonight, I'm going to finish it up. I'll post up a picture of it done. So stay tuned for that. And then we're going to actually post a video of me finishing the job and getting it all taken care of. All right. Oh, they're talking about you getting everybody drunk, babe. Oh. When you start making your mixed drinks. Oh. Tiny's all like, yeah, don't let her get on that blender.
Hey, it worked.
Yeah, I mean, you got a lot of people drunk.
It was hot.
It was hot. I agree. All right, guys.
I thought you meant like I blew it. Or...
No. All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful night. As always, please be safe out there. Follow the rules. Let's get COVID out of our lives. All right, that's going to be my thing. That's it. And as always, if you guys see another dubber on the road, give him a thumbs up. All right, thumbs up and then some deuces. Got that backwards. And as always, here at PincheAls Garage, we're going to break, we're going to fix, and we're going to repeat because that's what we do here. And as always, much love from my family to yours. Peace out, everyone.